Hello and welcome. It is another Monday Club, and today's episode we're going to be talking about the regs. Are they good or bad or what? Anyway, today in the house, as usual, we have Nick Bundy, aka Nicolob Ultra. Say hello, Nick.
In what?
Nicolob Ultra. Come on.
What's that?
Listen, we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Hi, everyone.
Now, I want to introduce our new guest, the stoic, the lover of Nipex, the lover of Wago, the opinionated, the pontifical powerhouse of the electrical TikTok universe, the big Haldinio.
Yeah, what an introduction that was.
That was pretty good for Sam, to be fair.
Come on.
Nice.
So tonight, lads, we've got the big Haldinio on. His name's Aaron, but I'm only ever gonna refer to him as the big Haldinio. And
Is it? It's not Aldinio. It's Hal.
No, I say Haldinio because I'm using like the colloquial.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'll take it.
I just thought it was my dyslexia kicking in again. Okay.
No, it's just me being silly as usual.
Yeah.
So Aaron, or the big Haldinio, your powerhouse subject is the regs. Now, I don't know what you know about the industry, but there's a few people out there that are pretty clued up on the regs.
Me and Sam being not one of them.
No.
I'm there or thereabouts. I'm no David Savory, but I'm there or thereabouts.
So you're obviously, we know this, the quick fire question, but you're a commercial industrial, not domestic, yes?
As little domestic as possible.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't even help out my mum and dad domestic. Like, I ain't trying to. Like, I'm not moving a socket.
I might change a socket if someone asks me to, but
no, I won't even do it in my own house. The other day, I got so stressed with this pump for my hot tub that I ripped the extension lead. I couldn't be bothered to go back, and I thought I'm just gonna pull it, and I pulled it, and it broke the socket in the kitchen. And I've still left it.
Wow.
you ain't done no pat testing, then, no?
No. But listen, what I want to talk to you about is about these regs, right? So as industrial commercial sparks, like yourself and me, proper sparks, gold card carrying sparks, legit sparks. What I will say is we get told, oh, you don't need to know the regs to do your job, you just get given a drawing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that true, Big Haldinio?
Yes and no. Obviously, if that's your job and someone's designing what you're throwing in, then give or take, you don't really need to know it. But if you're a one-man band, you're working on your own, even if you're working domestic, you need to know the regs, don't you?
Yeah.
Simple as that, really.
See, I've got a bit of a pushback against all this, right? Like you're obviously a clued up dude about the regs, right? So you can quote chapter and verse and stuff like that. Now, I sort of go on the basis that a lot of it is rule of thumb. So a lot of electricians work to the rule of thumb, don't they?
Yeah, and for a lot of scenarios that works.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. So you don't need to know the regs.
Let me jump in there. There's a difference between
the generalisation.
There's a difference between being a crap spark or a competent spark. A competent spark will know what he needs to know. Like me, domestic, I can't say I can quote everything. I 100% can't do what you do and go, it's 5.2.1.4 and this is an RCD trip type. No chance. But I know through the work, how long we've done it, if there's anything I need to know, I know where to pick the book up. I know where to look in the book. But there's a difference between, I think it's different mindsets as well. I really struggle with reading. Hence, I don't memorize stuff. But some people like probably yourself would enjoy it and look through it and could take it in quite easily, the knowledge, and memorize it. And I think that's where it comes helpful on site as well when you want to use them reg numbers. But a lot of the time, it's common knowledge. If you're a spark and you're time served like all of us, it shouldn't be far of second nature. Sam, I've done this 12 years now.
Is that time served? I don't know. Did you do an apprenticeship? Don't think you did.
No, I did do an apprenticeship.
Bentley. But like you were saying, I think as long as, even if you don't know something, as long as you're willing to have a look and find out the right answer, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You don't have to know everything, and not, you can't expect everyone to know everything. But as long as, if there's any doubt, then you've got to have a look in the book.
Or look in the book, or ring Dave Savory, one of the two.
So let's just take this back a sec. How often do you look in the book, Mr. Haddinior?
I mean, I'm looking in the book at least a couple of times a week, at least.
Really?
At least.
Wait, so you work for yourself though? So you're contracting, not subcontracting?
I don't work for myself.
No?
No. I work for a firm.
But you're the head honcho?
No.
No?
Sam's really done his research here, mate.
No, but I don't understand what you're looking in the
surprised.
regs for then, because I don't ever look in the regs.
Well, I deal with compliance. I deal with compliance a lot. So I've got to know.
Right, for the idiots like myself, let's talk about compliance a little bit. Like, what do you do? Listen, we all know what compliance means, right? So you walk on site and you think, right, well, that doesn't comply to the regs. So is that your job or what? I don't...
Test and inspection.
Oh, so...
That's what I'm doing in a minute is testing and inspection, making sure the installs comply to the regs. So,
but what I see you doing a lot on YouTube, and not YouTube, on TikTok, which probably throw me a bit, is you do a lot of rail and stuff like that. And I saw you doing some tray the other day and some armoured and all that. And then someone was moaning that you didn't just spray it.
Yeah, mate, I get about. I do different stuff. I try and keep busy in lots of different areas. But compliance for at least the last 10 years has been my bread and butter.
So what's drawing you to compliance? Is it like the whole... Because you can be quite...
I'm just boring. I think that's all it is.
Yeah, but you
Well,
don't...
I like an easy life.
Yeah, I suppose it is easy, isn't it? So you're just going around testing and inspecting commercial and industrial properties in and around.
And you literally just pull up on it, everything bad you find, and you can rectify with reg numbers and everything. Hence why you're in the book a lot. There you go.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
So do you think... So there's a couple of schools of thought about the regs. One, they're vague, but then you can also say they're vague for a reason, because if you had to drill down on every single thing, the book would be about 3 million pages long. So they're vague to give you an idea of where to steer the ship towards, rather than vague because someone just couldn't be asked to fill it out properly.
Yeah, I think they are intentionally ambiguous in so many areas.
Yeah, it's just a grey area for you to use your common sense really and steer in the direction, because a job could be the same reg, but the job layout could be different. So you'd have to divert different ways from that regulation to use your common sense.
So what would you improve in the regs though? Like how are you finding, like, do you think they are fit for purpose in this day and age?
I do think they're fit for purpose, but I do think the ambiguity is definitely needs tidying up in a lot of areas, and I do think parts of it are probably a bit outdated.
Like where? What gets your goat?
Gets my goat. Everything gets my goat. I'm a miserable.
There we go.
Gonna have to do that out. But no, it's good. Yeah, but the thing is, right? How much detail do you need to know? If you're like myself and you, like, we're proper sparks. We've been in the game a while. That's so triggered. We've been in the game a while. We've been doing our job time and time out. Like, how much more information do you need from the electrical gods to know what to class things as and what to do with
I mean, 90% of the regs, like, you never really need to look at. You just don't.
This is what I have with being domestic and having a regs book, which is 90% filled with commercial, industrial, or special occasions, or swimming pools, or petrol stations. The page has never been opened from the time I passed the test on it, because I don't need it. I'd rather just have a regs book with domestic stuff in it. It would be a lot easier, a lot lighter to look in. Pages could be a bit thicker, writing could be a bit bigger. Split it up a bit. Why not? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think there should be two? Do you think they should split the regs?
Yeah,
like
100%.
have domestic regs and industrial commercial regs.
I think that's sort of what they've tried to do with Part P. It seems like they've sort of taken that as a first step. but it all just went to pot. And I think that a domestic set of regs might not be such a bad idea.
Because for what I've heard, that they're going to be doing apprenticeships just on domestic as well.
Yeah, they're doing.
So if
they're
that's
doing. Yeah, they're doing the domestic gold card, aren't they?
Yeah, so if that's the case, it would make sense when they're sitting the exam to have a domestic regs book rather than a big thick book that I don't need to look in over half of it.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, though, because I always say, right, you can go from being a commercial industrial spark to domestic easy, but going the other way is way more difficult.
I don't know if I'd agree with that, to be honest. I don't know if I'd agree with that.
You're meant to agree with that.
I think, as I say, I've done a bit of everything, so I know what's what. But I think, anyone going from commercial background where you're doing tray and throwing armoured in to going to domestic where you've got to fish through walls and stuff like that people don't do in commercial settings very often. I don't think it's I hate house bashing, but I don't think it's as easy as people make it out to be.
Do you know what's really hard about house bashing? And you'll agree with me on this because I feel like we're of a kindred spirit when it comes to working too hard. It's fucking graft,
mate. It's not a bit.
It's just graft. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. Like if I've got to take off the sockets on the floor, I ain't trying to go back to them until like way later. But like you've got to get down, then you've got to get back up, and then you've got to get back down.
I've said this with my apprentice Adam. I don't know how much you know about my apprentice, but
most sport apprentice in the industry.
Oh, absolutely. He we did it the last rewire we did. I can't remember what it was now. It was a graft. We were putting some hours in. We just never stopped. And we got to the end, and I looked at him. I was like, I have no idea how I did this without you before. No idea. I would be a couple of days later if I was to do it by myself, but it was the up and down of the pulling, of the chasing, of this, like literally loft back down, loft back down, loft back down. When now it's me and him, I poke a rod up, he climbs around, he fishes it over, around to the next room, get it done within a couple of hours. Me before it would have taken an entire day. And you get home and you'd be soaking wet, sweat, loft installation all over you. And as soon as he came with me and he started getting competent with it, I was like, I know you couldn't go back. I'd pack it in. If Adam said I don't want to be your apprentice anymore and I couldn't get another one, I'd go, yeah, I'd just be a plumber. It'd be way easier.
I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do house bashing. I started doing it when I was early in my apprenticeship. I did some house bashing, but I just would never go back to it. Even the odd private jobs are a bit much for me.
I went to work with Nick for the day. Just watching him exhausted me. I was like, I ain't doing it.
Sam had a sweat on from walking up the stairs.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I sweat opening a packet of crisps, so it is what it is. But just steering it back towards the regs, though.
One thing I changed. Can I put one thing in?
What?
It's changed the colour of the bloody book. Have you seen the new colour of the Amendment 2?
Yeah, it's brown. Poo brown as well, not even a good brown.
Same colour as my. Is that 17th?
Yeah, I was going to say. I think they've used brown fairly recently.
I've not got any of these books. No, that's
17th edition. That is.
But is that the amendment? Is that what colour they do amendments in?
No, that was just the same. There was no amendment.
Amendment's just 17th colour, isn't it?
Oh, amendments number 1 and number 2, 2002, 2014.
Yeah, so that's the amendment.
Amendments then.
Oh.
See, I'm smart. I worked that out.
What other colour was there for 17th?
I think the 17th was yellow, I think.
No, it was green.
Was it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's the only one I've got.
What colour is the 18th edition book, Sam?
Blue.
Oh, okay.
I'm not dumb, bruv.
Careful.
Yeah, well, I am. But no, listen, the colour of the book is disgusting. Like, it's not something you want to go and buy. It's also, why do they write it like that? Like, why do they write it like scientists? Like, and purposely ask you questions that, like, in a way just to try and confuse you. Just be straightforward. Remember, right? We're the
It
kids.
is science, though. It is science. That's why I write like science.
Oh,
'cause
you
it's
you better
science,
not be on that. You better not be on that bandwagon. We're basically scientists.
Well, I didn't want to say it. You said it, so
Stop it. Do you know what we are? We're the kids who fucked about at school. Could have done better. We're the C grade kids that could have done better.
you just described me exactly.
Yeah, fannied about, didn't do
Put me
anything.
in your boat. Sod off.
Wait, what? So did Nick get straight A's? You didn't get shit. You know why you didn't get shit? Because you're dyslexic and dumb.
Right. Okay.
Ooh, that's unnecessary.
I
it's
did
not.
well at school. I'll have you know. The only thing I got a C in was English. Obviously, reading, spelling, and writing. Everything else.
I did electronics at school, and I got an E.
I got an E in RE. Yeah, nice.
I probably did. Do you know what? I don't even remember.
Were they even called GCSEs back then, Sam? Or was it O levels? Or, you know. What was it like writing on a piece of slate on the table?
Do you know what grade I gave your mum?
Wow.
D. My D.
Wow. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Hello, TikTok, for everyone going to watch that little clip on TikTok afterwards. Yeah, brilliant.
Listen, I'm on one tonight. I'm stuck in a boiling hot room. I'm surprised I'm not perspiring like a, I don't know, a fat sausage, but whatever. So what would you change about the regs, mate? What's your biggest bugbear at the moment?
I think you could. I definitely narrow it down. I think it's too much in it. There's a lot of unnecessary stuff in it, I think.
Do you know what? Whilst I was looking for a wait there one sec, because I was just looking for questions for the quickfire question of doom, right? And there's some questions in there about farmyards and I don't know, crazy questions. You're like, how are you meant to know that? But you're not. You're meant to know where to look in the book, aren't you?
Exactly.
I just think
you're never going to know everything. You're never going to know everything.
I think they're written way too complicated. Just have basic questions. Like you don't need to show an understanding of how the question's formulated. You just need to show that you know where to look in the book and that you understand what's in the book, really. And even then, you don't need to understand it. You just need to know how to apply that reg into a real world scenario. Because the other thing is as well, sorry, I'm going to go on a rant now. I think that the regs are pretty good standards, if I'm honest. When you look at the rest of the world, like being to other countries and stuff, their standard ain't as good as ours. Like it's a pretty decent standards. We just have some crappy sparks, really. But
then you could say that about any country, though. You obviously you go on holiday to Spain and you see a load of crap thrown up. It don't mean that their regs ain't any good.
Yeah, but listen, you look at their stuff. It's pretty pony. Like when you take off any fuse boards in the UK, and it's not going to look like a Spanish one with like a hair clip holding it together.
Yeah, but
if you look inside the walls of some of Nick's jobs, then who knows what you find?
Do you know what you will find? Flexicon.
That's right. Yeah, but it's the same thing as the UK. The amount of stick I get, I won't say stick, but comments I get online about when we're putting fuse boards, when it has to be a replacement and it goes under the stairs, or it's high level in a bathroom, not a bathroom, in a downstairs toilet, and people abroad are going, "Why is your switchboard located in such stupid positions?" I was like, I couldn't agree more, mate. I could not agree more.
Yeah,
what's a switchboard?
Well, to them, it's a fuse board, isn't it? That's what they call it.
What I will say
It's got
is
switches on and it's a board. Americans.
It's a fuse
panel.
board.
They call it a panel over there.
Oh, just hit my ankle on something, man. What the fuck?
Anyway, I want to get onto the subject. Sam, shut up now. I'm boring me with your eggs.
No, but wait. We've got to do a quick final fandango. Regs, good or bad? Nick.
Good.
Big Haldinio.
Yeah, good. Yeah, absolutely.
Fatty Sam. Yeah, I think they're good. I think they're world class. I think they lead the way in a lot of ways. and I like them. I just think they should be not written like scientists.
Well, can I chuck something in as well? What I would like, the way in my mind is, and the way I would like to see it is domestic book, commercial book. We've got our special occasions, maybe have a separate book for that, but make the book a bit bigger, go into a bit more detail, more graphs, more diagrams, maybe some pictures chucked in there. Some color pictures would be lovely. Little pop ones would be great.
And some crayons.
Yeah.
And some
Stick up my
crayons.
nose.
That's
But,
just your guidance notes, isn't it? Basically.
Well, yeah, and like you
Guidance.
say, your on-site guide and whatnot. But I think the way I am, I'd prefer more in different sections, and you still have to buy them on. It probably cost you a fortune, but I'd like to see it like that.
Sweet. Now let's get on to mocking the big Haldinio now, because
TikTok.
Well, I'm thick-skinned. I'm thick-skinned, mate. Aren't
listen,
There's Sam. That's what Sam says, but it's not his bones.
listen, right. One, you're way too, I don't know, romantic about NICEIC, because all they do is rust.
You're
So
wrong, but it's fine that you have that opinion. But
no,
you're
let's tackle this.
Look at
Oh,
this.
look, I've got.
Oh,
He's got a
little
NICEIC pen. Look how crap that pen is. That's not even a Bic. No,
It's better than a Bic, to be honest.
no, it's definitely not. What I'm saying is, right, overpriced hype tools. NICEICs are overpriced hype tools.
how are they overpriced though?
What
They
I know,
last.
for a pair of croppers is like 40 quid. Way too
Well,
much.
You're using croppers. That's your problem for a start.
No, you're not a real
Side-
electrician.
Get a pair of side cutters, 30 quid. How's that overpriced?
A pair of side cutters. What heathen uses
Yeah,
side
I
cutters?
feel sick with you just talking about side cutters, to be honest.
No one uses side cutters.
Have you got the side cutters with a little hole so you can strip in it as well, or is it just flat
Oh,
side cutters?
Oh, no.
They're
Just
brilliant.
side cutters.
No, not with little holes in them. The only holes I've got in them is where I blow them up.
Heresy.
Oh.
He's working live. So
Not
listen,
anymore.
yeah, listen, you're going to get pulled over the coals for working live. I hope you know that. There's a big old thing, safe isolation. Don't, otherwise you will definitely die.
But I think if someone's going to get scolded, all you need to do is go on the worst platform in the world, which is TikTok. Because everybody wants to tell you what they think. We're way
mate.
worse than YouTube. Way worse.
That's where I thrive, though. That's where I thrive.
Oh, mate, I've watched a couple of them, and some of the things that people have said, they're like, shut up. Not even worth a reply, but you reply to them.
Yeah, but do you know what? Sometimes, like, not electrical based content, but when you're going through some things and then you just go into the comments because you know there's going to be a nugget of gold in there where someone's just dropped the best comment of the day, and I'm howling laughing at a comment because it's like, I don't know, there's some comedy gold on TikTok, but you do something where you, like, someone says something dumb on your page, you're calling them out quite quickly, aren't you?
Absolutely. I just wait. I wait for the moment so someone says something stupid just so I can rip them to shreds.
So you thrive on mocking people. Now I know
I'm such a dickhead. I really am.
I love it. I love it when people admit that they're dickheads because I'm one.
I can't argue it.
But the people that comment the shit are anyway. It's just giving them back a bit of their own medicine back. I just can't be asked to message them back.
Nick, do you know what a wire nut is?
Yes, yeah, I do.
Like,
And the amount of stick one gives Americans, like all the UK sparks that take the piss out of them, it's absolutely brilliant. And then watching the comments of all the Americans really kick off is.
See, I love that because, like, honestly, I have got nothing against American sparks. I think they're great, to be honest, and I think some of the things they do is probably good, but I just love.
It's probably good.
Getting that little fishing rod out, and it's just, it's so funny.
Here's some
They
interesting.
bite so easily.
Yeah, they do.
Here's some interesting facts about wire nuts. They are by and far the most popular connector in the world.
In the world.
They sell more.
Wouldn't surprise me. You think I'm the population of America?
Truth. Well, it's I say truth. I'm only repeating what was told to me.
You use them in Russia, Czech,
Saudi, all them places, all them Middle East places.
they
use them.
only why not?
Yeah, They use
And flexi conduit.
savage. But yeah, so because I don't know if you know who Ideal are.
Yeah.
So they so I was talking to the guy there, and he said they by and far sell more wire nuts than any of their lever connectors, and in fact, wire nuts are probably the most. Well, he said wire nuts are considered the most popular form of connecting, more than connector blocks.
Really?
He said that the connection you get on wire nuts is so tight and so good that you could literally hang off of it and it wouldn't come out.
No, I'm not having that. Not having that.
Have you ever used one?
I've never used one, no.
Well, there you go.
I've seen the old ones that we used to have that usually just fall apart. I've come across a few of them. I guess that's probably where everyone's reservations is because they brought them out sort of 30, 40 years ago and they didn't do very well.
Wasn't they made out of Bakelite?
That's like ceramic porcelain or something.
It's like a Bakelite. It's like a funny plastic that was kind of, anyway.
Gets brittle under heat. Nice one. Good work, guys.
But so you're pretty dead set on Wagos. Now, have you used there's other ones that exist out there? Would you ever be tempted by another lever connector?
Who else does lever connections? I know Ideal do them.
There's a new company. I'm going to give them a shout out. I like them. I was speaking to them this week. They are called a G Pro Kit. And they do all kinds of funny stuff. So they do lever connectors that are orange. I mean, they're rolling the dice a bit there, I'm sure. And they do like gland packs and stuff. So go check out G Pro Clip.
Yeah.
The gland pack. They sent me a gland pack, and it's pretty cool. It just looks like a normal stuffing gland, a tail stuffing gland, but the insert, the rubber insert's bright orange. It just looks pretty cool. That's all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Sad, really, in it for me. Yeah, looks cool. I'll buy it. Cool.
Pretty colours, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But I mean, so what have you been doing this week? Like, how do you know? What have you been up to, mate?
This week, I've just been testing.
Reading the regs.
Reading the regs and testing.
Reading the regs, yeah.
So and where did the whole TikTok thing come from? That's what I want to know.
Oh yeah, go on. Nick's a social media loser, so speak to him about social media.
To be honest, I just joined TikTok just through lockdown, just for something to look at. And then I ended up seeing a video on there, and it went a bit mental. I thought, oh, that's pretty fun. So I started doing a couple more, and they did quite well. And it just went from there, really, just sort of snowballed. I started doing sort of videos of my work, and people seem to like it. So
isn't it how weird how one video could do amazing, and you do the next one and it gets 3 views, you know?
It wasn't even anything exciting. It was literally a video out of my camera roll of, like everyone has on their camera roll, fishing for cables.
Yeah.
I had just a little video of me trying to fish a cable out, and I stuck it on there, and it got like 40,000 views or something. And I thought, oh, all right, I'll carry on.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, the only reason I joined TikTok was to look at girls with big bums. I'm just going to be honest about it.
That is pretty much what 90% of men do, I guess.
Oh, that's on TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're so naive.
It's a death trap though. TikTok, you get on there and like before you know it, you're almost cracked out on there. You're like, oh, just another couple of videos, and like, what the hell is going on? It's like 2:00 in the morning. You're still just a couple more. I've
nearly deleted it that many times, sat in bed.
Yeah,
an hour. We'll go to bed. Oh, I'm knackered. Let's get into bed. We'll both sit on it, and all of a sudden you're like, shit, it's been an hour.
I know. Why? What's that about?
What have I learned? Nothing.
I've just looked at some really good-looking birds. I've looked at some stupid stuff and some interesting stuff, and now I want more. It's like crack. It really is.
It's mad how it works as well. Obviously, the algorithm, it shows you stuff you want to see.
I know. I saw a guy this morning in America who bought a plot of land, a very big plot of land, and realized he had a lot of money. And he just started out of nowhere. He wanted to build this massive house, and it had a big archway where it was like a sky bridge where it goes through into his garage. His garage was bigger than his house, and it had a bat cave in it with an elevator that he drives his cars in. His cars go down a floor and it's the same space again. You know where Batman Begins, the very first one, where every single ceiling tile was a light?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going to be his garage downstairs. And I was looking at him going, oh, I want to live in America now with my wire nuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want my wire nuts.
But I like that sort of thing. If it was a YouTube video and I could watch the whole thing from start to finish, it being built and it being finished, great. But obviously with TikTok, you get 3-minute segments. So you end up getting hooked on watching them.
Now, do you watch any of the YouTube Sparks?
Not a huge amount. I have started to fairly recently, 6 months or so. But yeah, David Savory, obviously.
Legend.
Absolute legend.
He's kind of like a host of the show every now and again.
Yes,
Someone
yeah.
drops out, we ring Dave, he goes, let me guess, someone's dropped out.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time. Blew us out last time, didn't he? He's like, no, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, he was busy. He was out for a meal, he said.
I don't believe him.
Pub, that's what he means.
Yeah, pub.
Is there any you'd recommend? YouTube?
Yeah.
You want to get into EV installs, Artisan.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them. I've seen a few of theirs. Yeah.
Gordon's a
EV stuff.
powerhouse. He's a powerhouse.
You won't watch me
Smashing
because I only do domestic.
There's a really good little channel.
I've seen some of yours.
Oh, thanks, mate.
There's a really good little channel called Fat Sam Electrical.
Oh, here we go.
All right, never heard of that, geezer.
Yeah, Fat Sam Electrical. It's only a tiny channel. I haven't really updated it for a while. And yeah, it's just some industrial stuff going on there that you might be interested in. Apparently, it's pretty good. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, isn't a great
I'll have a
man.
look.
You got Mikey, Residual Current. He does a lot of commercial industrial.
Residual Current.
He's really, like, honestly, mate, you'll appreciate him because he is.
Attention to detail is mint.
Mate, he's got all the gear, like everything, because he's got his now he don't work as a spark no more. I don't think, or he does bits and pieces now.
Yeah, tiny bits, I think.
Because he's actually started up a shop for electricians, like an online shop
really?
called Loadout. Yeah, mate. If you ever want,
the Loadout guy.
yeah, mate.
Are you on Instagram?
Yes.
Oh, you know.
Oh, now it's on.
Yeah.
Instagram wasn't linked to his TikTok, and I couldn't find it.
No, it's only it's just a personal one. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
Yeah.
TikTok.
No, but honestly, big shout out to loadout.com. If you need anything electrical, go and hit up Mikey at loadout.com. He is a guy. He's got all the stuff, great prices,
Quick delivery,
great prices. All I think he's probably one of the cheapest out there. Well, most competitive
Mikey's the
out
same.
there for what he sells.
Mikey's the same of what I've said when I recommend stuff. Everything he sells, he's used and he recommends. There's nothing in there that's crap.
Right.
So that's a little power shout out to Mikey. He might be coming on soon anyway. Just a little heads up there.
I missed him last time.
Yeah, because you're too busy doing whatever you're doing.
Counting my money, yeah.
Yeah, counting my fat stacks. Oh, by the way, merch is available in the links below. So, hit up, get yourself one of these. Start repping the Electricians Monday Club. Now, what else do you want to talk about, Nico?
Myself, I've sub to Aaron if there's anything. Sorry, big Aldino.
Listen, I don't know how you can come to this podcast with nothing to ask.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I've just asked loads of stuff about TikTok and regs and whatnot. You just sat back and just rubbed your belly under the desk. Pipe down.
That's not my belly.
Well, it covers it.
It does.
Sorry.
It's bad.
No. Is there anything that you find interesting, sparking, non-sparking, Aaron, that you want to chat about?
No.
Right, bye, everyone.
No, as I said, I'm miserable fucker.
Yeah, but what about this? Who, is there people? Let's talk shit about someone. Is there anyone that you just think?
No.
Stand
No, I can't.
Never going to go well.
Why not? Just
There's
be like
one person I'd love to, but I ain't doing it.
Oh,
why? No, you have to.
I'll DM you afterwards. But
don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. It's not worth it, Sam.
Yeah, it is.
You think how horrible it is for the listeners all listening to this, and they will never find out, but we will, guys.
Well, on that note, then, Monday Club, we're out.